Hail. Tell me you killed the bastard. Drove your staff into his wretched skull, slid a dagger in his gut. Not that he'd die from that. Works on mortals, though.
Kronos, the Titan of Time, is vanquished, Odysseus. I have his head right here. At least, I wish I did.
Well, you'll get him next time, I reckon.
Death to Kronos, sir.
Aye, that.
Hey, Odysseus. Got you something here I wanted you to have. For always keeping an eye out.
Goddess, your presence alone is all I could ask. Though, if you're in a giving mood, then perhaps you'll accept a small gift from me in turn.
Your trusty knuckle bones. Thank you.
Word has it Eris has been spotted in the depths along your path. Intelligence you likely could have used before. She made your journey worse for you. Apologies, Goddess.
She's trying to stop me. Or at least slow me down. And she knows too much about our intentions. What do we do? Children of Nyx are supposed to be on our side.
She doesn't know the half of what we've planned. Besides, her boredom drives her more than anything. Run into her a few more times, she'll soon grow sick of it and go away.
So deems the great tactician.
Aye, Goddess.
How long has it been? 3, 2, 1.
It is the dead of night within a haunted, barely moonlit thicket at the underworld's edge. There, a young forsaken princess hunts her prey.
Ready or not, hence I go. I bid you farewell for now, Lord Hypnos. Where could she be?
The keen-eyed princess finds a set of tracks, suggesting that her foe trod through this dusty ground not very long before.
Shush, Homer. How shall I ever catch her if you're going to describe my every move?
I've no idea to whom you refer, to whom the Princess of the Dead refers, as she continues on her fateful search.
Quit teasing me and help me look. Hi, kitties.
You'll find her yet.
Odysseus, have you seen Hecate about?
Not in a little while, little goddess. Though I'd expect that pointy hat of hers to give her away.
I'll look for it. Thank you.
Oh, she's got to be around here somewhere, little goddess.
Got you, Hecate. You're dead.
Got me, you did, Millennium. But I dare say I can escape your clutches yet.
Hey! Can't hide from me. Hi, Shades. Is Hecate about? Huh. Not seen her, huh?
Millennium.
There you are. Got you again.
Ah, so persistent. Give up already, witch. For I'm a titaness. You cannot vanquish me.
I can and shall. Hecate? What's the matter?
It's merely that I've not heard your laughter before. Reminded me of your mother. A much preferable sound to that of grief.
I promise not to cry again. I still get sad sometimes, but not as much.
Do not make promises you cannot keep. When tears well up, let them spill forth. They're not so precious that they need be contained.
But you never cry, Hecate. And I wish to become strong like you, so that I might find Kronos and destroy him for what he's done. And then you could hear my mother's laugh again.
And I shall do everything in my power to prepare you, so that you may succeed where I failed. If not for your family's sake, then for your birthright, as the princess of the underworld.
What do you mean you failed? You tried to beat Kronos yourself? He hurt you?
Concern yourself with your own pain, not mine. Destroying Kronos shall not change the past, and the pain shall linger, though assert itself less frequently with age. But enough of this. On the morrow, we shall teach you to hunt greater prey.
Truly?
Back in one piece. You found him, goddess. Your look says it all, along with my reports. Gave him something to remember you by, I reckon, even if the battle didn't go your way.
Kronos was exactly where we expected, but I could not foresee his every technique, and my ability to withstand his magic went only so far.
Well, fortunately for you, the old are often rather slow to learn. You run into him a few more times like that, you'll soon know every trick he's got. Though, do be very careful out there,
Aye.
Greetings.
Salutations.
Salutations. I heard your efforts to bring Cerberus back to his senses were successful. At least temporarily, goddess. He bounded off to Tartarus only to be cast out into the fields again.
That's what I gathered, yes. In Tartarus, he seeks his master, my father, whom I happened upon bound in chains. Kronos is torturing them, mocking them.
Kronos is using them to get at you, instill in you emotions that compel you to throw caution to the wind. Remember, wars are won and lost in hearts and minds.
Did you not act on your emotions in your mortal days?
And just look at the mess I'm in now. A moment, goddess.
May moonlight guide us.
We'll get through this. Our shades have proved unable to approach the House of Hades, so they've no reports about the way the Titan fights. I'm afraid you're on your own for that one, goddess.
Oh, I can give you a report myself. He looks rather frail, but he's quick. His scythe has significant reach, and he can freeze me at a moment's notice, but only for so long. And his forces are present to ensure I'm outnumbered.
Freeze you? Meaning he tries to stop you using time, but can't hold you for long. Just as the Good Witch thought then, eh? It means his power over you is limited. You're the one that can't be stopped, not him.
It hasn't felt that way to me as yet.
You did it.
Death to Kronos, sir.
Oh, don't I wish. You got him, didn't you? Killed the bastard for one night at least. The first report I heard I scarce believed, but by the third or fourth I'd come around. Well done, goddess.
I'd not be surprised if our reports already say he's returned. But I got what I needed for now. And a little bit of payback, I suppose.
Aye, and he'll be sore about it, I expect, but even though we're not there yet, we needed this, I think. You needed this. On to the next phase, then?
Oh, yes. Moonlight guide us.
We'll find our way. So, there's a bit of a new wrinkle in our plans. We've been able to verify some of the details that Master Hermes suggested to you about what's brewing on the surface.
Please tell me what you may. And if you think it wise for me to deviate from my objective to address whatever's going on up there.
The forces of Kronos gather to sail on Olympus through a channel cut across the land. You're poised to disrupt the enemy ranks from within. Aid Olympus, and your chances against Kronos may improve.
The warded pathway leading up should drop me right into the heart of our foe's forward garrison. It seems so reckless.
Call it a calculated risk. The task proceeds.
Salutations.
Salutations, Goddess. How's life of late down at the bottom of the sea? All sorts of nastiness lurking there, that the reports make clear. I wager you've seen some things.
You'd win that wager handily. The worst of them has to be the sea monstrous called Scylla and a siren friends. They have this ridiculous act.
What, Scylla's still around? The sirens, no less? It's a wonder you made it back. Well, please tell me you didn't listen to a word they sang.
Oh, I heard an earful. Death to Kronos, sir.
You'll get him yet. The good witch always figured you would make your way up to the mortal realm. Once you were ready and the situation called for it. Well done.
She warded the pathway there, until such time as I had the means to pass through. But the climate on the surface is another matter.
Your underworld birthright stuff getting in the way? A curse, not just a blessing, it would seem. Well, if your witchery got you this far, surely it can aid with this predicament.
That's the plan. Moonlight, guide us.
Aye, that. I once was desperate to hear the siren's song. I barely resisted their temptations. Of course, I was merely mortal. Perhaps you're less susceptible to their allure.
Perhaps. At any rate, I fail to see the appeal. Although, it's possible the sirens were better off without Scylla. She seems rather bossy.
She's a menace. Caught half a dozen of my crew like she'd a separate set of teeth for each of the poor lads. We'd little choice but to pray to the gods and sail on. Tell her hello for me.
Did the gods answer your call, at least?
For the most part. Scoured the surface.
Death to Kronos, sir.
You'll get him yet. You felled that mountain-sized monstrosity, Goddess. It would be false of me to say I had no doubt you would, though I'd only a bit, I swear. So, how did you outsmart him?
Outsmart him? All I could do was keep hitting him with all my might. It helped that Lord Zeus also struck him hard with lightning bolts. Eventually it worked, and Typhon fell.
Well, your battle prowess may be unsurpassed, but your ability to weave a yarn is not quite there. When next you overcome the father of all monsters, do make of it a much more rousing tale, would you?
No promises.
A moment, Goddess.
Death to Kronos, sir.
Oh, don't I wish. Good, you're back. According to reports, Ares flew off toward the Rift of Thessaly on an intercept course with the fleet. Except I don't think that she's headed there to help. Not you, at least.
These reports aren't of much benefit to me after the fact. But at least I can confirm they're accurate. How preposterous that we cannot rid ourselves of her.
All we can do is work with what we've got. I apologize that we could not forewarn you on this one. We'll continue investigating her motives and accomplices.
I'm not convinced she has any of either.
Success.
Death to Kronos.
He'll get his. So there you were, alone atop the rain-soaked mountain, when out of the dark came a roar so deafening it shook Olympus to its roots. And with it came Typhon himself, more vengeful even than before. What then, Goddess?
We fought. I prevailed. Oh, blast. I was supposed to weave a yarn. He kept trying to crush me with his chin, but I evaded and clambered to the top of his head, where I drove the sister blades Lim and Oros into his brain.
Oh, quite gruesome at the end there. I like it. My only criticism, if I may, is that all too many tales involving huge monstrosities resolve that way. What if he were to swallow you whole, only for you to cut yourself out of his gullet?
I was just getting to that part. Death to Kronos, sir.
Aye, that. Prometheus opposes us. Now that one hurts, goddess. Amongst us mortals, he was quite popular. Beloved, even. Gave us the gift of fire. Practically made us who we are.
And in so doing, he violated the will of Olympus. Supposedly, he has the gift of foresight. He ought to have anticipated the consequences of his disobedience.
What makes you think he didn't? All the more reason we admired him. He knew the cost of what he did for us and paid it willingly, or so I choose to think. But all that's in the past. If he's thrown in with Kronos now, he's lost his way.
He's done both.
Goddess,
May moonlight guide you.
you likewise. How was the surface? Still warm and welcoming, I reckon. You're to be commended for even setting foot up there.
It was dreadful. The city of Aphira is completely overrun, and there's a blind Cyclops making sure no one gets out.
Well, that all sounds entirely unfortunate. That blind Cyclops must be Polyphemus. My crew and I once had a bad run-in with him. He's still going on about eating people.
He is.
Over here.
Death to Kronos, sir.
You'll get him yet. I'm not the sort to dwell too much about what the three fates may have in store for us, goddess, but I do have a bit of fabric we attribute to their work, and now it's yours.
Fate fabric. Few better ways to ensure the cauldron properly conducts a magical effect. I could definitely use this if you'd be so kind.
Oh, I'm not kind, I just don't like to lose. Excellent work.
Salutations.
Salutations. Your goal is within reach, goddess. That much I know, just from how tense the good witch seems to be of late. Not to pry, but are you clear about what more needs to be done?
I believe so. I'd be inclined to tell you all of it, except you know how Headmistress gets about these things. Suffice it to say that the final phase of our plan is in progress.
That's all I need to hear. This phase is up to you and her. For my part, it seems you're able to get to where you need to be consistently enough.
Yes. Thank you for charting my course.
Anytime. Good show that time.
Moonlight guides you.
And you as well. We've not too many shades all the way out on the Olympus front. Only a few brave souls. They're saying that you met Lady Athena face to face. How's she holding up?
Considering she's holding back great numbers of the Titan's forces single-handedly, she seems remarkably composed.
I'd ask you thank her for the times she may have saved my skin, but discretion's for the best.
You sure I shouldn't say anything?
Aye. Showed that monster, aye.
Moonlight guide us.
We'll get through this. How was it sailing through the rift of Thessaly, goddess? Sometimes I long for my past days and nights at sea. Probably since I've forgotten just how miserable it was.
I feel I could remind you at this point. Kronos has this vast fleet of ships drawn from the very depths, drowned crews and all. I had to commandeer whichever craft I could.
A proper nautical experience then, fraught with danger, mystery. I feel a little envious of those drowned crews. After I died, I thought my sailing days were done.
Well, Kronos could probably use more sailors after what I did to them.
Put in a good word for me, would you? Over here.
Moonlight guide us.
We'll find our way. Our shades report good things about your animal familiars, you know. Not all such creatures get on well with spirits of the dead, so here's a little token of appreciation.
Witch's delight, cooked to perfection. Headmistress must have made this batch herself. Does she know you're giving this to me?
Just take the blasted gifts, Goddess. The Shades insist. Closer to victory.
May moonlight guide you.
You likewise.
During a recent voyage, I found Cersei the Enchantress on her little isle, evidently safe from all the turmoil at sea. Don't you two know each other fairly well?
In life and death, we can but strive to know each other well, Goddess. Though I knew Cersei just a bit, at least. As casual acquaintances is all. Why do you ask?
Oh, just in case you wanted me to tell her anything when next we met, as she may be providing some assistance when I navigate the Rift of Thessaly.
No need to tell her anything. Best keep your focus on the task at hand.
Noted. Moonlight guides you.
And you as well. Wanted to ask you more about Prometheus. By your own estimation, is he truly mad? And if he stands opposed to all your family, then who set him loose to begin with?
I don't exactly know on either count. He speaks in riddles sometimes, but he doesn't sound as though he's lost his mind. My suspicion is that the forces of Kronos liberated him in exchange for his obedience, but...
But he's no hired thug, is he?
No, I think not.
Excellent stuff.
Moonlight guide us.
Aye, that. Nemesis has been in an especially foul mood of late. Anything I should know about?
I was going to ask you the same. She sought my task, but that's nothing new. Though she's been clashing with Headmistress more and more.
Shame it's been this way. Personally, I'd rather have divine retribution with me than against. I reckon you can't just smooth things over with her, can you?
I have my doubts.
Impressive work.
Death to Kronos, sir.
He'll get his. So, how has Nemesis been faring out there? Taking matters into her very capable hands. Not making too much grief for you, I reckon.
So you know already. And Headmistress must too. Nemesis is being Nemesis. Discovering firsthand our task is not as simple as it seems.
Say no more then. Though if she becomes too intent on impeding your results over achieving her own, we'll step in.
It won't come to that.
The tactician brings ill tidings with an optimistic bent. Fine. And what news from the men of the Isles, if any yet survive?
According to my confidants, they've all sworn in with Kronos, I'm afraid. Mortals, they often want whatever they don't have. Another golden age in this case. The promise of one.
'Tis a lie that spares their betrayal rather than a promise. They shall perish then, by the wrath of the gods.
And then their wretched souls shall hound us with renewed vengefulness. I've witnessed endless wars before, madam. So have you gods. How can we stop this?
We cannot. Melinoi, however. Certainly you can, correct?
I can and shall.
You did it.
Moonlight guide us.
We'll get through this. Your pathway down into the underworld may seem a little roundabout, but avoiding the main regions is your best shot at eluding Kronos till you can face him on your terms.
I have that pathway long since memorized. A straight shot down to Tartarus would have been too good to be true. I'm grateful that this other route even exists.
And I am grateful that your father's realm is vast indeed. That we could chart a course along its border all the way to where you need to be. Did it again.
Death to Kronos, sir.
You'll get him yet.
Have you caught Eris snooping through our plans or anything? Have to be even more discreet with her about.
She stays over in her little corner mostly, Goddess, but I've been keeping my eye on her in case of anything. As long as she undermines our efforts well out of earshot.
We can plan around it, you mean?
Aye. Good to see you, Goddess.
Death to Kronos, sir.
Oh, don't I wish.
You know mortals better than anybody here. Prometheus claims that the gods are cruel, and that he fights not for the Titan Lord, but mortal kind. What do you make of all that?
Look, I've known mortals who think gods can be uncaring. Some of them defy the gods, even in death. Others understand that gods are everything, really. We have only this world, more beautiful than it is flawed.
You're speaking in the abstract. I want to know your personal opinion here, Odysseus. Are the gods in the wrong? Did we bring this on ourselves?
My personal opinion is that gods and mortals are a complicated bunch, and that you shouldn't doubt yourself, lest you falter. If I felt you or the good witch were in the wrong, I'd tell you so.
You swear to that?
Aye, Goddess. Well done.
May moonlight guide you.
And may you prevail. That renewal project that we used to talk about. I still think of it all the time. These crossroads flourishing with worldly delights.
I still think about it too, and made some preliminary steps of late. The well-being of every last shade in this place is important to our goal.
But we've more pressing matters now, it seems. What, you intend to stop fighting Kronos just to spruce up the surroundings here?
Not exactly. I have a delegate in mind.
Interesting. All hail the monster slayer.
Death to Kronos.
He'll get his. How are you holding up, Goddess? My instinct is to celebrate the death of Typhon, but I never forgot the first man I slew. When the light left his eyes.
Typhon sought destruction, and he got it. I won't rejoice in the outcome, but won't lament it either. Especially when there's more left to be done.
You have the right approach. You'll have time to recount every choice and consequence when all of this is over, but for now, best to press on and finish what you started.
I intend to.
All hail the princess of the underworld.
Salutations.
Salutations. You found a path to victory and got us there. Wouldn't have been much of a plan if it didn't leave room to improvise. Of course, our plan now also has this other phase as a result.
Cleaning up after Kronos. We all thought I would get rid of him. But I found another way. One I think shall leave my family better off. If not the rest of the world, eventually.
I well and truly understand, Goddess, and do believe your choice was wise. As for what's next, everything is ready for you to proceed if and when you are.
Eliminating real possibilities that we could have failed. Ensuring time flows freely forth, as Kronos puts it. I don't quite know what to expect, but the change we're fighting for won't happen overnight. What do you make of it?
My personal opinion is it doesn't hurt to try. To the extent you had other matters to resolve, consider it an opportunity to do so. And we'll always be anticipating your return.
Then let's give it a go.
Glowing reports.
Moonlight guide us.
Aye, that. Everything proceeding as expected in the new phase of your task thus far, Goddess? Stretching the definition of expected, perhaps, as this is new territory for us all.
It's an unusual assignment, ensuring time flows freely. If done correctly, everything will seem as before. And even if not, there's no guarantee anything will go wrong.
Well, that makes this sound more familiar than I thought. Life in all its uncertainties. Anyway, we're watching Kronos and ensuring that your route remains intact.
I'll make the most of it. Thank you.
Good hunting.
May moonlight guide us.
We'll find our way. You've gone at this for 50 nights at least, Goddess. Is there occasion yet to give yourself a bit of a reprieve? You're putting yourself through a lot is all.
I've had reprieve along the way, thank you. The springs, the garden, the taverna, even just conversing like this. It's not as though I'm pushing myself in every waking moment.
I Aye, we never can push ourselves as hard as possible for as long as we'd like. But you've come a long way, and in the off chance you're not keeping track, I am.
Good. And I'll go farther still.
As far as I can tell, the number of warships headed for Olympus has remained roughly the same night after night. Their mission doesn't seem to be affected in the slightest.
Their aim is to cut off the waterways and spread the limited attention of Olympus thin. Continue to disrupt them as you can, my lad. Though if the Harpies flock too thick, fall back.
You got it, sir. Those ships are ill-equipped against attackers from the sky, and the Harpies haven't caught up with me yet. All right, I'm off.
Good hunting out there. You did it.
Moonlight guide us.
We'll get through this. Is Typhon really up there on the summit still? No trace of him in our reports, but if Kronos, your grandfather, that is, if he's using some sort of chronomancy to transport you...
He is, yes. And I end up confronting Typhon as before. Apparently these are possibilities within the flow of time in which I haven't prevailed. Until I do.
I don't see how that's possible. What, there are all these other instances of you out there? Some failing, some prevailing, all at the same time? Nonsense. But then again, who am I to question bizarre plans?
Whatever works, aye?
Excellent work.
Salutations.
Salutations, Goddess. You and the Goddess Artemis make quite a force out there, by all accounts. And you sing together beautifully at that. Olympus sent her to check up on us then, eh?
I think so, yes. But I have complete trust in her, if that's what you're wondering. She tells Olympus no more than they need to know to rest assured about our partnership.
She is by nature rather cautious, isn't she? Well, for my part, I'm pleased you have in her not just an ally, but a friend.
For my part, too.
Did it again.
May moonlight guide you.
You likewise. Sounds like your father's house is back in some semblance of order. Always wanted to visit if ever I could, if only to greet an old comrade or two from the war.
I'd also like to visit again, but there's no telling when, if ever, we would have that chance, so long as we're unseen. Officially, they're not even supposed to know we're here.
I know, but it doesn't make the desire go away. At any rate, as long as the servants of the king and queen are well, perhaps our paths shall later cross, who knows?
The Fates?
Or Prometheus, aye. Good show that time.
Salutations.
And greetings. I take it you're the reason Icarus is back. Always seemed like a good lad. I kept my mouth shut at the time, but I was disappointed when he left.
It was his choice to make. I think he always valued your experience as well. He didn't get to have adventures like you back when he was alive.
Who does, Goddess? Though clearly he picked up some know-how whilst away. Even got wings to show for it. Think he might have an extra set?
Oh, I don't know.
Ah, well. Success.
Salutations.
Salutations. Goddess, latest reports said you encountered the King Vermin. Don't care if you're immortal. I'm relieved you made it back in one piece.
It can't be. I did confront a rodent of extraordinary savagery, but it was so little. I assumed the King Vermin was huge.
Tall tales. The King Vermin's wrath is inversely proportional to its stature, and its stature, as I understand, is very small indeed.
Ugh.
Showed that monster, aye?
Moonlight guides you.
And you as well.
I encountered mighty Heracles on the surface. No mistaking him, though I thought he was dead. He seemed very much alive. On the outside, anyway. And still in service to the gods.
The great Heracles. That's a complicated one. Part man, part god, part monster too, perhaps. The rules of death don't quite apply to him. What did he want? He give you any trouble?
He was quite brusque. Told me to stay out of his way. Sounds like he has a task of his own. Maybe Olympus isn't counting on me to succeed.
Don't take it personally. You have wise relatives and ruthless ones. They may not like their odds hinging on any one individual. And do watch yourself with Heracles, aye?
Aye.
Well done.
Moonlight guide us.
We'll find our way. Your little garden there has cheered this old place up a bit, goddess. In trying times, such simple pleasures often first to fade, precisely when they're needed most.
Thank you, and pleased to hear it, great tactician. Though I'd not expected a mere flower patch to leave such an impression on someone like you.
Come now, all I do is pay attention to details. Victory comes to those whose hearts are predisposed. I mean, look at us. Our spirits are quite literally all we have. And now flowers.
Help keep an eye on them for me, would you?
Of course. Come join us, goddess. I was just regaling the shades about when first I traveled to the underworld, whilst I yet lived and breathed, if you can believe it. And thusly I got out.
Come on, Odysseus. Are these shades truly so impressionable?
Oh, I'm dead serious. My tales aren't quite as tall as they may seem. But now the gates of hell are flung wide open, aren't they?
Not for much longer.
Aye, that.
I've seen you here alone more often lately, Odysseus. You're thinking about your family, aren't you? Some potent memory from your past.
Ah, goddess, you may see through most of us shades, but your empathy for me is a bit misplaced. Penelope, Telemachus, and I... we're cordial with each other still, but... how to say this without sounding callous?
Please speak your mind with me. I'm certain you're not callous.
My mind wanders not to matters of family, but to the siren's blasted song. I scarce got to hear it even once whilst navigating through their waters. I wanted desperately to cast myself into the sea just for a better listen.
The siren's song? You can't expect me to believe that Scylla's incessant drivel is the source of the great tactician's concerns of late.
Now, spare me the ridicule. I'm dead serious about this. You weren't with me on the surface there and wouldn't understand.
Seemingly not.
Good hunting.
May moonlight guide you.
You likewise.
When last we spoke in the taverna, I didn't mean to shame you for your musical tastes. I just had no idea that Scylla could be taken seriously by anybody, much less you.
Think nothing of it. Siren music's an acquired taste. Acquired by all those who sailed in their vicinity whilst I was home. Incessant drivel, though, that's all you think it is?
Well, perhaps I was a bit uncharitable in my assessment. It's just... I have trouble separating my disdain for the performer from the quality of her craft.
It must be very catchy, eh?
Aye.
Glowing reports.
Salutations.
And greetings. You must be Charon's finest customer. I reckon he enjoys the frequent visits to the underworld in his way. At least it's mostly cargo shipments now, not just confused, complaining shades of the recently deceased.
Did you accept your death with dignity when it was finally your time, Odysseus? You seem as though you would have clung to life with all your might.
Oh, I'd gotten on in years by then. Still didn't care much for the circumstances. Not that anybody does. Though I did appreciate the opportunity to meet the fearsome boatman at long last and ride into the underworld the proper way.
You've mentioned that you'd gone into the underworld and back while you still lived. Lord Charon didn't take you then?
He certainly did not. A tale for another night, perhaps. In short, the reconstruction is proceeding, though not at a brisk pace, and the damage on the surface is contained. Wounds that shall slowly heal. We'll see what scars remain.
Sister Selene makes a similar assessment. Well then, what shall you do from here, Odysseus? You could visit the surface whilst the underworld remains in disrepair.
Oh, I may wander for a bit, madam, but by your leave, I'd like to keep the crossroads as my base of operations for the time. I reckon we've a good thing going here, don't we?
I dare say yes, we do.
And, that's the end of my report this time, madam. Should you have any questions, please don't hesitate to summon me at any time.
I shan't, Odysseus. Although there is one further matter that I wanted to discuss with you, and rather quietly.
Certainly, madam. Impressive work.
Death to Kronos.
He'll get his. It's swarming season for the hellyfish in Oceanus, as you may have seen. Should you run into them, advice is not to bother much with smaller ones, but get the biggest one.
I'd rather not bother with any of them and all their stinging. How long do swarming seasons typically go on?
Well, a season is a bit of a misnomer, as the current season started back when I was just a lad. But the good news is you get accustomed to the stinging after a while.
Wonderful.
Closer to victory.
Salutations.
Salutations, goddess. According to our counts, you have prevailed on more than 50 knights now, goddess. Wanted to take a moment to celebrate that achievement with you.
Has it already been that long? Time works in strange ways.
Aye, we can all agree on that by now. Scoured the surface.
May moonlight guide us.
We'll get through this.
I must admit, on some occasion all the tales you told about the sea monster Charybdis felt almost beyond belief. Now having faced the blasted thing, I feel you sold it short.
What, faced Charybdis? Ah, goddess, I'd heard reports about some sort of whirlpool within Poseidon's rift, and now my fears confirmed. At least she didn't swallow you outright.
Any practical advice on how to deal with her?
Avoid her at all costs. Excellent stuff.
Moonlight guides you.
Shadows conceal you.
Did you ever face drakens in your mortal days, Odysseus? The kind that fly about on wings much like a bat's, but huge. They've become quite a problem on Olympus recently.
My home was mountainous, though we were mostly free from flying beasts. Still, in my experience, they all have something in common. Susceptibility to being shot out of the sky.
I can see that.
Good to see you, goddess.
May moonlight guide us.
Aye, that. Goddess, I was just thinking of your travels, taking you beneath the surface and above, I reckon to the ends of the earth. No mere journey. Got to be a better word for it.
What is task not sufficiently extravagant? Perhaps assignment? Or voyage? Quest doesn't feel right at all.
No, too upbeat. And voyage is more of a nautical term. We'll think of something.
Trek, sojourn...
Well, I'm saying that the possibility exists. Eternal vigilance is near impossible. Enemies have always exploited the lack thereof. I ever tell you of the old wooden horse trick?
The old wooden horse trick, yeah. Surely your reputation as the great tactician hinges on more than this one tale?
Ah, but classics ought to be retold. Though, if you'd rather, I have far more tales of trickery and valor. Take the Cave of the Cyclops.
Not Cave of the Cyclops.
All hail the princess of the underworld.
Death to Kronos.
He'll get his. Found yourself a phantom lair in the fields, if my shades down there are still to be believed. Blood-sucking bastards. The phantoms, not the shades.
Don't such creatures usually stalk the surface in their search of living prey? They must go rather hungry in the underworld.
Better that than burn under the break of day, or so they figure, probably. Well, you know what they're after next you meet again.
They won't get it.
All hail the Monster Slayer.
Moonlight, guide us.
We'll find our way. If I may be so bold, Goddess, you witches are reliant on your magic when it comes to fighting from afar. Ever think of taking up the bow again? I could give you some pointers.
We don't discuss the bow, Odysseus. I'm still recovering from the last time you gave me some of those pointers about it.
Ah, well, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. A single weakness in your case, perhaps.
Doesn't count.
You got him.
Salutations.
And greetings. You've recruited that one shifty-looking shade for the renewal project. A scrappy start is still a start. I'm pleased to see it underway.
I thought you might say that. It gives Dora something practical to do, and means the project needn't be a hopeless dream.
A sound plan, Goddess. The task proceeds.
Moonlight guides you.
You likewise. If you run into anything bad whilst you're out there, you come talk to me about it. Chances are I've seen it, fought it, otherwise gotten past it, and can offer some advice.
Definitely.
Hello there.
Death to Kronos, sir.
Aye, that. You be wary of the sorts you meet out there, all right? You find a live one gives you any trouble, you know where to hit them where it hurts.
I most certainly do.
Back from Tartarus.
Death to Kronos, sir.
He'll get his. This is about your 100th night, Goddess. Several moons at least in mortal terms. Feels like a while, yet no time at all. That's the insidious work of Kronos for you.
I think you're right, now that you mention it. The passage of time has always felt strange to me, but even more so since this all began. Did you feel similarly in your mortal days?
Aye, like you have no idea. It must be even stranger for you gods. So much time can pass in the blink of an eye. The best we all can do is use it well.
Aye.
Glowing reports.
Moonlight guide us.
We'll get through this. You'll come back safely, else I'll have to venture out there and haul you in myself. I'm most grateful, Goddess, and expect to knock this back at the taverna at the soonest opportunity.
No rush, just as long as you enjoy it when that opportunity presents itself.
Success.
Moonlight guide us.
Aye, that.
Wanted to say, I appreciate your counsel, Odysseus. You've been like a brother to me. Or an uncle? One of those. You'd know better than I.
Look, you don't have to tell me what it's like not having family about. I spent a good-sized portion of my mortal days away from home. Had a war to fight. Got a little sidetracked after.
Sidetracked? Headmistress says that you spent many years at sea. Some of them in the company of goddesses at that.
Aye, well, by the time I finally returned, I scarce recognized my son and my wife. We lived out our mortal days together, and that was enough. I reckon they're comfortable somewhere below.
You haven't seen them? What happened?
Penelope and I drifted apart. Happens with mortals sometimes. And it happens with shades, too. As for my son Telemachus, he's his own man. Such is life. Or death, as it turns out.
Yes.
You did it.
May moonlight guide you.
You likewise. Some of the drowned sailors whom you face up there whilst sailing through Poseidon's Rift were probably once men I used to know. Not that I could recognize them now.
There's one at least that seems to have a level of command over the rest, if fancier attire and weaponry are any indication. I fought him just last night on his big ship.
Likely the Argonaut, if the reports add up. There was a band of similarly named adventurers he may have hailed from, but they were from a bit before my time. Perhaps still trying to relive their glory days.
And getting in my way.
So then, were you ever certain you had finally met your doom? Or did you truly think there was always a plan of escape to be discovered, no matter how dire the circumstance?
Well, to be quite frank with you, Moros, may we be informal thus? I had the hardest time untangling myself not from near-fatal situations, but the arms of certain goddesses. My greatest weakness, looking back.
Ah, indeed. But how was this a weakness? As I understand, your wife Penelope stood by your side. I trust I do not overstep. I know this can be a sensitive topic with those from the surface.
Penelope stood by my side, having spent her best years awaiting a man who was not always in a hurry to return. After we each lived out our days, we reunited in the underworld, but we needed a break.
I see. After everything you'd been through, did your relationship end in an amicable way at least?
It didn't end so much as changed, but closer to victory.
May moonlight guide us.
And may you prevail. So blasted quiet now. At first I couldn't tell what changed till I recalled Hypnos had gone away. I was so accustomed to always hearing him in the background.
Wait, you miss his ceaseless snoring? You of everyone at the crossroads were in closest proximity, so I figured you'd be the most pleased that he's finally home.
Pleased for him, aye. And the auditory change isn't a bad one, but even when things improve, it can be an adjustment.
I'll miss him too, mostly.
Scoured the surface.
May moonlight guide us.
We'll find our way. Would that we could talk like this a while, but I've a matter to resolve. How would you look at that? How could I possibly say no? It seems you found my weakness here, Goddess.
The great tactician has no weaknesses, I'm sure. Though he does now have an extra bottle of nectar.
Back from Tartarus.
Moonlight guides you.
And you as well.
Odysseus, what happened between you and Circe anyhow? She mentioned you, said nothing in particular, except I sensed some pain, there and here.
That's not a pain entirely, Goddess. When I was whole, returning from a war, I found Circe and her isle, and I lived there for about a year. She housed me and my men, and we grew close. I learned a lot from her, and then we left.
Your voyage home. You stopped for an entire year, then voyaged on and never saw her again.
Well, until I saw her again here. It's in the past. And for the both of us, I think. Not every such relationship need last eternally.
I understand, I think.
You got him.
Death to Kronos, sir.
Aye, that.
Were you aware that Scylla and Charybdis had teamed up?
Oh, you could certainly say that. Why do you ask?
I caught their latest performance. It was quite a spectacle, to say the least. You could have forewarned me that the two were working in concert.
Goddess, forgive me, but I thought it was quite common knowledge that Scylla and Charybdis were collaborating. It's not a new development at all.
Perhaps I merely missed the news.
I don't see how you could have. Hello there.
Moonlight guide us.
We'll find our way.
You've known Headmistress quite a while, haven't you? Where did you meet? I always wanted to ask.
Well, all I can say is that I was alone. At the end of one life and the start of another. Lost. She appeared before me then in all her splendor, and she revealed to me a path I hadn't seen.
That all sounds very figurative. Were you already dead?
I was. She told me she could grant me a new life. She needed a tactician knowledgeable of the surface. I thought, who am I to turn a goddess down? I followed her. It's been a while now.
A good while, I'm sure.
Excellent work.
Salutations.
Salutations.
Odysseus, I need your counsel and discretion on something. Prometheus has an ally whom I thought was on my family's side. I faced them together near the mountain summit, where the smoke is thick. But I mustn't say who.
Quite the report, all right. And I have my suspicions as to whom you mean. Well, certainly the gods must know, at least Master Hermes. Or do you reckon that they're unaware?
I don't think they realize that perhaps Hermes does and won't let on. Prometheus said I wouldn't tell a soul who it was because of the harm that doing so would bring. Do you think he's telling the truth?
I'd not wager otherwise. We had best treat it as the truth for now, unless you believe this ally poses an imminent threat to your family. Are you in a position to further investigate?
I think so.
Keep me apprised. Over here.
Moonlight guides you.
Shadows conceal you. Got something here for you, goddess. For whenever our little garden over there could use a little extra greenery. Or if you're ever left unsure about what to plant next.
Thank you, Odysseus. But what are these? I try to keep whatever seeds I find well organized.
Mystery seeds. A little surprise.
Death to Kronos, sir.
He'll get his.
How did you manage it, Odysseus? Back when you had the outcome of a full-scale war riding on you, then a treacherous sea journey, all with only one life to live. Or so then you thought.
For certain, the one life to live bit instilled in me the will to survive. Most mortals cling to life, but I was better than most at rejecting my doubts. And when my plans all fell apart, I improvised.
Your plans fell apart. How did you avoid becoming distraught? Keep all your doubts at bay in the face of failure?
It's that I always relished finding a way out, no matter what I'd gotten myself into. Treating my predicaments as mazes to be navigated, puzzles to be solved.
But at times there are impasses, outcomes that simply cannot be achieved.
Nay, goddess. Not if you ask me. A moment, goddess.
Death to Kronos, sir.
Aye, that. You asked before about how I managed it. The pressure to always prevail through what, in retrospect, were many terribly exciting scenarios, all whilst bearing the burden of so many others' expectations and my own.
You said you always believed there was a solution, a positive outcome that could be discovered and achieved. I've been thinking about that.
Good. But it occurred to me there's something else. Love drove me on, goddess. The great war that earned me my place in Elysium, I wanted desperately not to go. To stay home with my wife and newborn son.
You were left with no choice but to fight. So you held to hope that someday you'd see your family again.
Sound familiar, does it?
The wooden horse was an exquisite trick. Your own inevitable doom misdirected toward your unsuspecting foes. A masterstroke. But my personal favorite had to be the Polyphemus incident.
You speak of it like an old action yarn. Big bastard massacred my crew. My heart threatened to burst from my chest getting past him, and now he's up to his old antics with the goddess there.
Oh, but I have no doubt that with your guidance, the princess shall outsmart the Cyclops again and again, as recompense for the trouble that he caused you.
Hear that, goddess? Well done.
Moonlight guides you.
You likewise. Have the old knuckle bones been of some use, goddess? Must look a little worn, but brought me fortune many times in games of chance and when my life was on the line.
Odysseus, if they were dear to you all through your life, why would you give them to me now? No matter how useful they still may be, which is quite a bit.
Come now, nothing would please me more than for you to succeed. If some small token of my past could be of benefit, it's yours. Besides, I got a nectar bottle in exchange.
It wasn't meant to be a trade.
Just keep the blasted bones. The task proceeds.
Salutations.
Salutations.
You and Commander Skilamius both were great and famous sailors, isn't that so? Did the two of you ever meet in your mortal days?
Oh, great sailor is an understatement, goddess. They say his exploits rivaled even mine. Alas, that I never once had an opportunity to witness his prowess. Oh, it must have been something.
We're fortunate to have you both.
Rest well.
Death to Kronos.
He'll get his. No telling what the fates may have in store for us, I ought to be the one honoring you, goddess. My inclination is to save this for the moment of our victory, but it's good to have in reserve, in case of some emergency, you understand.
I understand indeed. And you already honor me with your friendship, Odysseus, as well as with your knowledge about how to deal swift death.
Good show that time.
May moonlight guide you.
And may you prevail. Fresh shipment of supplies came in whilst you were out. Oh, I see what you're up to here, goddess. If you continue to exploit my weakness to this stuff, I may yet learn to turn it to a strength. Good plan.
What can I say? I learned from the best. May you grow stronger and stronger. Moonlight guides you.
And you as well.
Your old adversary Polyphemus wanted me to give you a message on his behalf. Though, come to think, I'm uncertain what he wanted me to say. Perhaps just kick you savagely.
Sounds like the Cyclops that I used to know, all right. My crew and I, we were his captives for a while, and his food supply. I found a way to get us out of there, but it was ugly.
He calls you nobody. How did he come to know you by that name?
Nobody took his eye, goddess. I gave to him a name that wouldn't make a lick of sense when he called over to his mates for help. We had to try.
He has mates.
Perhaps not anymore.
May moonlight guide us.
We'll get through this. How is old Polyphemus, anyhow? Slowed down a bit since he was young, perhaps? I scarce was any match for him, but I was merely mortal, whilst you're... you.
He's territorial, though seems much more concerned with sleep and appetite than any other cause. So you really blinded him, then?
I did, and only wish he had another eye so that I could have done it twice. For evidently he is not remorseful in the least for what he did, and as you plainly see, neither am I.
I'll get him for you.
Good. Let's see.
Moonlight guide us.
We'll find our way. Moonlight guide you, as you witches say. You know, I journeyed far and wide throughout my mortal days, meeting great mortals and even greater gods, but never could I have imagined ending up here, only to receive such a handsome gift from one such as you.
They say life takes strange turns, and so apparently does death, Odysseus. Whatever the fates may have in store, I hope you'll always be nearby to lend your counsel.
Well, I do like to travel, but I think you'll always know where to find me. Cheers for the nectar. Should last me through whatever hard times are to come.
Salutations.
Salutations, goddess. All's well enough here. We'll see you when you're back.
I was just thinking nothing clears the mind like a refreshing, burning hot soak. Care to accompany me?
Oh, I do enjoy a good relaxing bath, even whilst dead. And who am I to say no to a goddess? So why not?
Just right.
Phew. I know your customs and mine aren't quite the same, but my eyes are going to remain averted here, if that's all right.
Would mortals often bathe, Odysseus?
Oh, well, perhaps once in a while, when they could. Though seldomly both men and women at the same time. Doing so could seem untoward.
I see. We gods have no such shame, I realize. Have I made you uncomfortable?
Me? No, of course not. In fact, I've bathed with goddesses before. It's been a little while.
Oh, that's all right. Doubtless you'll recall the finer points. You mostly just have to try and let go your burdens.
Should be simple, as I've many of those. In fact, no matter how many I let go, it seems some yet remain. Though being here does help.
Well, as long as it's agreeable for you.
It is. Agreeable. It is. Well, don't know about you, but I am properly relaxed, I'd say. You're up.
Death to Kronos, sir.
He'll get his. Go forth and slaughter me some wretched traitors, will you, goddess?
Hey, I was thinking I'm due for a good boil in the springs. Join me for a bit?
A visit to the baths? With you? Right now? Sure. I am honored to accompany you, goddess.
Perfect.
Almost like I'm alive again. I trust the temperature's to your liking, aye?
You've met many goddesses even in your mortal days, haven't you?
In this, I'm very fortunate indeed. The Lady Athena often watched over me. I'd never have survived the war if not for her. Then on my travels home, there was Calypso and Circe.
Circe used to study under Headmistress, always with her crystals. And Calypso, she's a nymph, correct? A lesser goddess, I suppose.
Well, nothing lesser about her, with respect. These goddesses, they enthralled me, each in their own right. Almost made me forget myself, forget my family.
But you did not forget. You made your journey home. Even I know the tale.
It's a tale, goddess. Anyway, life takes its complicated turns. Take it from me. That was a splendid and much-needed time. Truly appreciate the invitation. Fair warning, I'm a proper wretch right now, goddess. Used to think I lived a complete life. But all your journey has made me realize that there was much I left unsaid. Too much.
What? How do my journeys factor into that? And cease your wretchedness at once, or tell me how to make it stop.
You've met Scylla and the Sirens, the Cyclops, Polyphemus, the Enchantress Circe. One way or another, they each left an indelible mark on me. To say nothing of my wife and son, wherever they are. I think I need to go.
Go where? Odysseus, you can't leave now. We need you here. There must be something we can do.
Probably there is, but I wouldn't wish to overburden you. You already take on far too much.
Tell me more.
Perhaps some other time.
Salutations.
Salutations. Apologies, I've started letting my misery break free. Moments of weakness becoming more frequent than I care to admit. I've been thinking about what to do. A plan.
What is it? You mentioned Scylla, Polyphemus, Circe. I see them frequently enough that I could speak to them on your behalf if you'd like.
Oh, I'd not ask you to do that. However, your connection to my knucklebones is strong enough. Perhaps I could relay a message to them myself. Just get my keepsake there and I could do the rest.
A spirit projection. I could probably maintain one for a little while. You mean to confront your old acquaintances?
For now, that's all, Goddess. If aiding me this way won't stray from your objectives.
Of course not. We'll see it through.
Good to see you, Goddess.
Death to Kronos, sir.
Aye, that.
Scylla mentioned something about a potential sponsor in the audience of one of her shows, Odysseus. Do you have any idea who that could be? I thought it might be Kronos, but can't imagine him listening to her music.
A potential sponsor. That's not come up in our reports. Though I'll review and let you know if anything turns up. Probably just some old sailor who got an earful and couldn't let it go. Do you know what this sponsorship entails?
Probably more of a nightly shows.
She's having quite a run.
Salutations.
Salutations, Goddess. Got everything here well under control.
Odysseus, how about alleviating the rigors of all this tactical planning with a visit to the springs?
I really do appreciate the offer, Goddess. Just, I reckon your headmistress would rather I stay here. You understand, don't you?
Maybe some other time.
Lively bunch we've got for a bunch of deadbeats, eh?
Moonlight guides you.
Shadows conceal you. Always a pleasure to be in your company, Goddess.
Got these twin lures, Odysseus, and I can't exactly use them on my own. You know the rules.
Fishing. My greatest weakness, Goddess. The waters and I haven't always mixed, but perhaps it'll go better for me now. Besides, I'm overdue for a short leave. Let's go. Used to be I fished out of necessity alone. The earth would oft be stingy with her bounties, whilst the sea would yield plenty to us mortals if we knew where to look.
What's been the biggest difference for you since those times? Not having to eat for sustenance? Not having to watch your mortal body slowly fall apart as you grow older?
Well, you already know a couple of those points if for some reason we were tasked to make a list, but the biggest difference, if I had to choose, is that I finally am free.
You're free? But as a mortal, weren't you a king? A mighty warrior, leader of men, and a husband, and a father. Here you have a place of honor too, except we dwell in shadows. Our deeds are never to be told.
Well, we shall see about that last bit, but for the rest, perhaps I got all of the wanderlust out of my system whilst I lived and breathed. Most of it, anyhow. Poseidon can't help you here, little fish. Where are they?
This is a soul belly.
I thoroughly enjoyed our outing, though I still thoroughly hate fish.
May moonlight guide us.
We'll find our way. Don't mind me, Goddess. I'm just busy drafting up some of our latest schemes.
If you're not too caught up in your reports right now, what do you say we put this bottle of ambrosia to its proper use?
I am caught up in my reports, Goddess. Focused on what matters most. Meet you at the taverna. We mortals had what we called wine, an acrid sort of drink made of crushed grapes. We'd sometimes say it tasted as good as ambrosia, but it most certainly did not.
You speak of so many hardships from your mortal days and nights, and yet there's always this sense of longing there. You miss those times, don't you?
Such moments and occasions do occur. I know a lot more now than I did then, and sometimes I miss that feeling, knowing less. Or the camaraderie of sailing with my crew.
But many of your crew are with you here now, right? Even the shade of your old dog. How can you miss them if they're still around?
We're shades, goddess, and not all quite as whole as I. Besides, you still can miss your past with those you still know now. Remember when you used to play at hiding with our good witch back when you were very small?
I never thought that we were playing. She was teaching me to hunt for unseen prey. But I do see your point.
Well, my original point was merely that this ambrosia's really something else. Let us ensure it does not go to waste. I'd not realized how much I needed that. It's true what they say, that ambrosia tastes much better in good company.
Of course. Moonlight, guide us.
We'll get through this. You're really using that Labrys, goddess? Or, pardon, what you call the Moonstone Axe. No disrespect, but isn't it a little much? Not even Ajax could have wielded such a thing.
Weren't you the one who taught me to improvise, Odysseus? I'll use whatever means at my disposal. Who is Ajax?
Who's Ajax? Only the biggest lad I've ever met. Who's Ajax? But I forget myself, for he didn't have the strength of Hades flowing through him. Goddess?
Moonlight, guide us.
Aye, that.
I take it you heard about the Fates. Apparently everyone already has. Figured you'd be among the first. Though come to think of it, I've not heard you speak about them much.
It's because deep down, I've always felt we make our choices for ourselves. Admittedly a controversial point of view, and we've strong evidence that those three often choose for us, but I have to heed my instincts on this one.
Wait, you don't believe in what they do? The prophecies, the coming of a new age? None of it?
I wouldn't go that far, but I choose to believe in those I know and trust, including members of your family. If that makes me a fool, then so be it.
So be it. Sounds like accepting fate to me.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Death to Kronos, sir.
He'll get his.
This new age the Fates foretold, when they'll hand it over to mortals, by which I think they meant the big decisions. What say our shades about all that?
I've heard a mix of viewpoints, though they've been enthusiastic on the whole. Ungrateful wretches, We're only here by the grace of the gods.
It isn't always grace, I suppose. Many of these shades met an early demise due to acts of gods. They don't want to be pushed around.
There shall always be someone or something to push such people around. Whether it's a god or not hardly matters. The gods can have their moods, I know. But I'd not have gone far without them. That's why I'm here.
Nice of you to say.
I don't say, I swear.
Salutations.
Salutations. This new table's excellent. Plenty of room for our map of all the regions that we're monitoring, and these side compartments for our new reports, and an elegant finish.
Odysseus, somehow I'd not expected you to have this much enthusiasm for a piece of furnishing. Especially a piece you strictly need to carry out your duties here.
Well, that's quite an accusation. Coming from someone who seems to love her work at least as much as I. Or perhaps you've just never had a proper table to your name.
I don't use tables much now that you mention it.
Your loss.
Slow down. Hey, meat. Smells to me like you brought those knuckle bones again. Nobody really gave you those, huh?
Ask him yourself, Cyclops. Nobody wants to speak with you. Heed now my voice, Odysseus. One whom you sought is here.
It's been a while, Polyphemus.
Nobody. Can't smell you for nothing, but that's your voice, all right. Why not come a little closer so I can hear you better?
I'm afraid you won't be able to conceal me in my current state, Cyclops, because I'm long since dead. I'm mere projection of a shade, but I did wish to have a word.
Ah, you really are already dead. Always thought I'd kill you myself, but you got the last laugh again.
Not here to laugh, but to ask you a question. Back when you imprisoned me and my men, killing several of us, you ended up losing your one eye whilst we escaped. Was it worth it?
I don't remember most meals. Think that's pretty normal. But I remember your crew. Tough meat, aged under the sun and all. But worth my eye? Nah, wasn't the best trade.
Nor was it good for me, or them. Well, anyhow, it seems we each gave one another lasting, bitter scars, though mine is merely psychological. I'll leave you to the princess now, you murderous bastard.
Shove off, pal. I didn't ever want to see you again anyways.
The night is ours, Shades.
If I may confide something, Goddess. Throughout my mortal life, I never wanted to depend on anyone. But I always had aid. From great warriors, sailors, even gods. Yet, even still, it's difficult to ask assistance in personal matters.
I know the feeling well. A sense of weakness. The inability to do something oneself. We strive for self-sufficiency and we don't wish to heap our troubles on our comrades.
Aye, we know it isn't weakness, but we have to fight our instincts there a bit, don't we? Though mainly what I wished to say was thank you for the aid you've given me. You needn't have gone out of your way.
Of course. We've come this far together. Salutations.
Salutations, Goddess. Through hard times such as these, our bonds grow strong.
Hey, how about a visit to the taverna if you're not overly preoccupied right now? This ambrosia here needs opening.
That it most certainly does, but, and this pains me to say, I've too many reports right now requiring verification. A lot's been going on, so perhaps later?
How about you hold on to the bottle then? Later can be whenever you desire. Your shade informants could even come along.
There's a thought. I'd likely never hear from them again. Though that would also mean I could visit the taverna more often.
The makings of a plan.
That you, Goddess.
Hey. I salute you, Shades.
You see that, lads? I told you she'd turn up.
Bit of charcoal, rabbit foot, splintered wood with fire soot. Gust of wind and spray of sea, clump of soil, branch of tree. Bask in moonlight, all of you, till you be this witch's brew. Is that who I think it is?
Salutations, madam.
Yes, hello.
You mentioned that you aren't certain whether to keep the previous ambrosia or share it with your piggies. Please, allow me to alleviate this impossible dilemma.
Oh, well then this one must be for keeping, naturally. Because last time my piggies definitely had their fill. I never realized Our Lady Hecate taught you to be so generous.
Headmistress taught me to protect myself, to stay focused, and much more. But what I know of generosity is certainly in no small part because of you, madam. There was always more warmth at the crossroads when you were around.
Well, that is kind of you to say. But I'm not widely known for my warmth, you know. You merely brought it out in me, as you have done again just now. So, Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Again, those knucklebones. Then very well. I am an enchantress of my word, Poppet. You may invoke our old friend, the tactician shade. I would hear what he has to say.
Very well, madam. Heed now my voice, Odysseus. One whom you sought is here.
Hello again. Lady Circe, I shall not take more than a moment of your time. I see you still are taking care of pigs.
I found they're quite obedient. But I take it you're not here for them, Odysseus? The purpose of your visit is?
Is there a place where we might briefly talk? The goddess by my side probably can't project me here for long.
Whatever you wish to say, do say it here and now. I distinctly recall we had together decided that no further discussion between us was wise, having reached an impasse akin to obstacles you met at sea.
A recollection I share, but look, I've never reached an impasse that I couldn't cross, and you yourself have mastered change. Rather than leave our past to rot, I thought perhaps we could return it to the earth, as you might say.
That is a precarious position, for neither of us shall apologize, and neither shall forget. We've been over this subject at length. I've studied it more than enough.
And I'm done studying it too, my lady. It was a very different time for both of us, and now we're close to those whom we both care about. I'd like to move on for their sake, if not our own.
We have moved on, or so I thought at least. I harbor no ill will toward you, sailor. I said it when we met, and I'm saying it again. We had our moment, but it has no power anymore.
Then let's agree on that. Now you be well, my lady. All I truly wanted to say was my existence and memories are richer, having met. I know myself better, and I'm grateful you are aiding us. That's all. Goodbye.
And there he goes, getting the last word in, as always was his wont. Go on, Poppet. I've done far too much talking for one night.
May moonlight guide us.
We'll find our way. We'll back you on this every step of the way, as many nights as it requires, goddess.
How go the reports this evening? Or rather, do you have occasion for a taverna break, perhaps?
I reckon I could join you for just such an occasion, now that you raise the possibility, goddess. You ready now? I fought alongside quite a number of these shades, you know. Loyal in life as well as now in death. Where do you suppose that comes from? Loyalty, I mean.
Having a sense of purpose or a cause, and a basic desire for stability and truth. Loyalty is consistency.
Aye to all that, but it is even simpler to me. Loyalty comes from individuals. It's like a form of love. Some give it, some receive it. Sometimes it's mutual, sometimes it's not.
Headmistress always taught me never to demand loyalty. Loyalty wears thin if not for trust, she'd say. Did your fellow shades follow you out of loyalty or obligation?
A mix of each. The good witch is right that the best kind of loyalty is given. I reckon you inspire that sort, goddess, the both of you. I'd not have stayed here this long otherwise.
Kronos certainly could have used someone of your skill and experience. With all his promises of a new golden age, surely he commands quite a bit of loyalty himself.
I tried serving tyrants before. Wasn't for me. Now, what do you say we inspire some more loyalty right now? Let's have these shades come join us for a round.
Good plan. Hey, might we have your attention, everyone?
How is it that we got so much done on what was meant to be a break? Anyhow, the shades were grateful, as am I.
We should do it again. Skilla, would you mind if I put you in touch with a mutual acquaintance? It'll only be a moment. Heed now my voice, Odysseus. One whom you sought is here. Odysseus.
Scylla and the Sirens.
I knew you'd come back, sailor. Once they hear our song, they always do. Unless they drown. And sometimes even after that. Oh, just had to get another listen, huh?
Aye, Scylla, you and your siren song left quite an impression on me in my mortal days. And I no longer wish to keep pretending otherwise.
Oh, well, if you want an earful, suit yourself. Nothing we'd rather do than please our longtime fans. I think some of your old crew's already in the crowd. The ones I took.
We had no choice but to sail past you, and good men gave their lives. But now the Princess of the Underworld shall give them all a show to remember.
Princess of the Underworld? This lady? You always were the scheming sort and haven't changed a bit. Well then, listen up, all of you. This one's for those of you who thought they'd get away.
Boy again, Scylla.
Moonlight, guide us.
We'll get through this.
What would you say to a productive evening of inspiring more loyalty over at the Taverna again? I enjoy our conversations there.
I would say let's be off immediately, but I must say I'm anticipating word from an informant soon, and so need to stay put. I also mean to visit the Taverna somewhat less.
Oh, I apologize. It's not been my intent to keep attempting to draw you away from your responsibilities.
It's nothing that you did. It's just, I knew the sorts who spent their days and nights feasting, taking leave of their senses. I swore never to be so indulgent, to always leave some of my desires unfulfilled.
I understand the feeling. To yearn for something is a driving force. Though, how about we give this bottle to your informant for a duty well performed?
An excellent tactical choice. I'll tell them it was courtesy of the Princess of the Underworld herself.
I'd rather it be from both of us.
Fine. I'm grateful that you let me pay a visit to some of my former associates, Goddess. It changed nothing, really, but I felt as though I put several matters to rest. As for what happens now, I may be gone a little while.
Things are settled here enough. Take all the time you need, and you'll be welcome whenever you return. Can you say where you're going?
To find my mortal family. My wife and son. I've done it before. May it not take quite as long on this occasion, though.
It won't. You must have charted every passageway through the underworld by now. But what will you do then?
I'll figure that out on the way. In the meantime, I've deputized some of our shades to keep an eye on things and privately said my goodbyes to our good witch. Be well in my absence.
Safe journeys, Odysseus. Moonlight, guide us.
We'll find our way.
Hey, what if we stop by the fishing pier again? It's been a while, and standing patiently is far less indulgent than sipping ambrosia, right?
You make a compelling argument, Goddess, and I ought to confront my discomfort with the waters more. Head on over and I'll be there soon. Something I should tell you, by the way. These times we spend together, which I thoroughly enjoy, I wouldn't want the other shades to get the wrong impression.
And what impression would that be? Oh, you mean their mortal preconceptions? A man and a goddess together can only mean one thing, end up one way.
Well, yes, but it's a preconception rooted in events that have occurred, including to me. And even though our shades are loyal, they do like to gossip, we know that.
I suppose. If anything, they ought be gossiping about Headmistress and yourself, rather than us.
What? Oh, come on, Goddess. The Good Witch and I, we're like... Oh, plus, there must be some appropriate analogy.
I didn't mean to overreach. It's just... Well, I can think of many reasons that Headmistress would inspire loyalty in someone such as you. And you and her?
You're as bad as those gossiping shades. Except I can't have you banished for your conduct. Now, what do you say we scoop some fish out of these waters, eh? Steady now.
It's a soul belly.
There it is. It's been good to chat away a bit instead of having to give counsel all the time, so cheers for that, goddess. But don't tell the good witch or anyone what you told me.
I won't. May moonlight guide you.
And may you prevail.
We missed you here, and I'm so pleased you're back. How was your trip? Did you find your family?
Aye, goddess, I found them all right. Followed a couple leads down in Elysium, ran into a couple of former compatriots, and we got there. Penelope and Telemachus, well, they recognized me right away.
Were they all right? Apologies, it's not my wish to drag these details out of you. It's just, this is your latest tale.
What's to tell? It was comforting. I reckon the time we spent apart was healing in a way. They asked I visit them again down the line.
I think you should. I'm glad it went well.
It could have gone far worse. Anyhow, my lad, you're doing fine. You can't always know where you're going, but you can have a sense for whether you're headed in the general direction you desire. And don't be in such a hurry to get there if you can help it.
I have not gone anywhere, though, sir. I thought if I could just learn how to fly, I'd finally be able to go wherever I pleased. But the farther away I got, the more I wanted to come back. What was the use? I'm still not sure.
The use was to find where you belonged. If you never left, you would have always wondered what else was out there for you. You returned with the wisdom of that experience.
So, the more we wonder, the wiser we get, hey? Except I'm speaking to the great tactician. I hardly think I've learned more flying about out there than I could have from you.
Well, I'll take the wings if you don't want them, lad.
No chance, sir. Hi, Melly.
Reminds me of Seleni's chariot. I shall return.
Few tales are told of Hades, especially whilst he is bound in chains in Tartarus, a prisoner of time, no longer ruler of the underworld. His sole salvation and our own is the fierce princess of the dead. She has at last confronted both of her great foes, scheming Kronos, the Titan of Time, and colossal Typhon, the father of all monsters. Confronted, but not vanquished either one. Yet.
Head hurts. Death to Kronos. Death to Kronos.
You'll show him. I know it's not the time to chat for long, though even just a little like this helps.
You're safe here. No use searching for this now.
Millenoi?
It's strange. Ever get the feeling all this has already happened before, Phrenos? Dora, don't you pay any attention to what's been happening out there? The rise of the Titan of Time, the siege of Olympus?
Nope. Can't say any of that rings a bell. Olympus, that's where the family members you don't like live, right? And the Titan of Time, I get that he's bad, but he's never done anything to me personally, as far as I know, so.
This entire encampment exists to resist his efforts to overthrow the gods and rule the world?
Well then, maybe I should thank him, because I happen to like this encampment.
Oh, shush. Brother, you don't remember him at all, and yet you miss him. Somehow you do.
Ready for more?
Moonlight, guide us.
To victory. Remember that the future is yet to be woven, Princess.
Oh, hail, goddess. I didn't notice your approach. Half inclined to blame the onset of the years, but I've no such excuses in this state.
I didn't mean to startle you. How's the mood been around here? Everything all right?
The mood and everything is well enough. Our ranks swell with shades moved by the tale that the princess of the underworld has returned, with vengeance on her mind.
Nothing like a bit of sworn vengeance to inspire the masses. Though, what about you?
Everything's shipshape with me, especially after a brief reprieve right here. Be well, goddess.
You too.
Forbidden artifacts.
My recent history detailed. Good one that time.
Hail, witch!
Death to Kronos.
Death to Kronos.
Again, I failed to destroy the Titan, Headmistress. Night after night, he thwarts me, expecting I'll eventually give in.
But you've no such intent, correct? You cannot stop him, and neither has he been able to stop you. You are resistant to his power, and he cannot bar you from your realm.
You make it sound as though I've beaten him.
Not yet, but soon enough, I trust.
Freshly caught, more or less. Freshly caught.
Tough times.
Death to Kronos?
Another failed attempt. About ready to give in? You don't have the fire. This isn't personal enough for you.
Isn't personal? You don't see my mother around either, do you, Nem? Nor my father, nor my brother. Kronos took them all.
I lost more than my mother, too. And I knew mine. What's yours to you? All you ever did was fall out of her womb.
Silence.
So anybody got a tale to tell or what?
Moonlight guides you.
Same to you. One must at times hold fast to one's emotions, and at others know to let them loose. And when you want to let them loose, or try out one of them nocturnal arms, know that I'm here.
This anger is for Kronos, sir. Set. I'm honored as your bearer. These keepsakes, have I had them all this time?
Evidently.
For the realm. Night, protect me. Find the Titan, slay the Titan. Ugh, again. I got all the way to Kronos, the one place I can beat him. But I couldn't do it. Not yet.
Come forth.
You know, Mel, you can be a bit uptight sometimes. Where'd you even get that from? Even that witch is more relaxed than you.
Look, I'm under a lot of pressure right now, all right? Everybody's counting on me to literally kill time. So I would like this tent to be an orderly place, seeing as I'm having to return so often.
So what? Killing time's my specialty. Don't see me getting all worked up.
Ugh.
Help yourself.
Come join us here, Goddess. Come join us, Goddess. I was just regaling the shades about when first I traveled to the underworld, whilst I yet lived and breathed, if you can believe it. And thusly I got out.
Come on, Odysseus. There was no escape from here when my father ruled. Are these shades truly so impressionable?
Oh, I'm dead serious. My tales aren't quite as tall as they may seem. But now the gates of hell are flung wide open, aren't they?
We're going to seal them shut.
Aye, that.
Watching with the eye.
Evening, music maker.
Night above us all. Hiding in
Malinoe.
Together we shine.
Together we shine.
Headmistress, Lord Zeus requested prompt reports, his words, from you about the situation in the underworld. He seemed a little frustrated, asked me to let you know.
And you're as dutiful as ever, aren't you? Exactly as Lord Zeus wants us to be. Think you he truly cherishes these underworld reports?
I hadn't considered that he might not. He seems the sort to want to know about all goings-on, especially ones dangerous to him.
Correct. He grows uneasy when the silence thickens. He'll get his prompt reports, though just remember, he already has a messenger.
That's something.
lights your way through wild woods, twisting through the dark to find your refuge here. You will come here and say the Silver Sisters wait. Moonlight guide you home tonight in shadow. Take shelter from the world
The fated list.
above, in safety and in solitude. The sisters wait.
Catch of the night.
Unseen, hidden in the wild wood, sheltered by the dark, the Silver Sisters wait. The moon marks her passage silently, watching with the eye of night above us all, hiding in plain sight, keeper of the night, moonlight guide us home tonight.
Salutations.
Right.
What you said to me before about my mother, that was very cruel.
Fair enough. Can't kill each other here, but we can use our words. If we were fighting for real, I wouldn't have held back either.
I figured not. Hey there. Moonlight guides you. Lord Hypnos, for a moment I thought... I almost forgot you were still here, as though... I dreamt you had already woken up. Oh, it's nonsense. I must be weary. Hi, gang.
moment, goddess.
Moonlight guide us.
Aye, that. You've Typhon to contend with on that mountaintop, goddess. Our shades say he's near the sides of a mountain himself. Please tell me that's hyperbole on their part.
Well, to put it in perspective, by my estimation, he's at least 100 times the size of Polyphemus. Though I've not had the opportunity to take his measure properly.
You'll take his measure yet, I reckon. It's what you've done with every other foe you've faced thus far. Our shades and the good witch think it unwise to take on such a threat yourself, but you're not planning to back down, are you?
No.
Good.